one last thing I want to address. When I was like country dancing, I kind of was just talking to whatever girl I wanted to talk to. My mom was always very loving. She attached to one person, had strong love for them. I did too. But if that wasn't occurring, I would just go out there and dance with them, kiss, like whatever, make out in the corner, just things that you do sometimes, I guess, while you're growing up and just hanging out with certain crowds. But essentially, I got into the mindset. 'Cause, I had a friend who was like always had women coming up to him, and he had the height and he had the looks that they liked. And I just got into the thought process, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of like trying to dress and go towards women. I'm just gonna continue to work on myself, raise my finances, my intelligence, my strength, everything, and my success, and it'll naturally come back. So then I got through a really stubborn mindset of just like, also like, I know what I want, I'm not going to go for anything less. And because of that, I would have like long gaps of like never talking to anyone. So much so that even at the country bar, because I did start doing it then, and every story I'm telling, by the way, is like years ago. This story of the DUI kind of started sometime in 2023. All the other stuff was prior. So the country dancing, the going out 6 or 7 nights a week. So to get back to the point is that I started doing that. Some people even, they thought that I wasn't straight, like I didn't like women, and that's not the case. But I just had that stubborn mentality, and so throughout it all, I never pursued anyone, and there was just long gaps between those efforts. And then, so you might ask, like, why didn't you ever meet anyone to help you? And I wrote these down yesterday to make it easier, but essentially, there's one phrase that goes, the man who makes the woman fall in love with him without the intent of loving her back is one of the worst types of scum. Another one is not approaching women, of course, I already said that. I didn't want to use them for a place to stay, use a woman for a place to stay. That made no sense. I also didn't want to have to like have a vehicle, not have a vehicle because of a DUI situation. This was the second one. There was like 9 years and 8 months apart, but they still set gaps between my ability to do things. I didn't want to rely on a woman. It's like I wanted to be able to be the one to take them places. And it just, also I wanted to be able to present myself as someone who could afford giving them what they deserve and treating people correctly. I just had these constant like things that I just knew that I felt like was right. And I never put myself in a situation to give a woman less than what she deserved. And so I just never got into a relationship. And I haven't even honestly kissed a girl in 2 years because of this sort of mentality. And so I've always said if it happens naturally, it'll happen naturally.